she has gone viral, all right? She's gone viral over hot girls eat Arby's. Yeah. She was wearing this outfit, this arrangement into the Chicago Sky game. Of course, the Indiana Fever, I would like to say, beat the brakes off the Sky, but really it felt like they underachieved a good bit.
She walked into that arena wearing nothing but a $12 t-shirt and a smirk, and somehow managed to blow up the entire WNBA universe in the process. While Angel Reese sits somewhere scrolling through her mentions, watching her carefully curated brand crumble in real time, Sophie Cunningham just proved that authenticity beats algorithm every single time. And the numbers? They're absolutely devastating. 800,000 shirts. Gone. Vanished. Sold out faster than you could say. Hot girls eat Arby's. Meanwhile, Angel's merchandise sits collecting dust on digital shelves. A painful reminder that all the manufactured drama in the world can't compete with one woman's refusal to play the game everyone else is desperately trying to win.
Became a marketing phenomenon. Sophie Cunningham currently plays for the Indiana Fever and has now become one of the most recognizable WNBA players. And for Barbie night, she pulled up wearing a shirt that said "Hot Girls Eat Arby's," and the internet lost it. But here's the real backstory. A few months earlier, Sophie posted a video rating Arby's. And that video is just her being authentic in herself. And that puppy went viral.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and give Arby's a solid 9 out of 10.
Then following this, the phrase "hot girls eat Arby's" started flying around. And it turns out that Arby's has been saying this since 2020.
This isn't just about fast food and fashion choices. This is about a seismic shift happening right under the WNBA's nose. And some players are getting left behind in the most brutal way possible. Let's rewind to where this all started, because Sophie Cunningham didn't just stumble into stardom. She engineered it. A few months back, when most players were busy perfecting their Instagram poses and crafting the perfect subtweet, Sophie did something revolutionary. She posted a genuine review of Arby's, rating their food with a kind of unfiltered honesty that feels almost alien in today's social media landscape. No PR team, no brand partnership. Just Sophie being Sophie, giving Arby's a solid 9 out of 10 while admitting she doesn't eat there often for obvious reasons. That video wasn't supposed to change everything.
That has gotten ridiculously popular this year with the Indiana Fever. I made a prediction that she was going to be the second most popular player on this team by the end of the year. And then, of course, there was the big incident during the Connecticut Sun game. And by the end of that game, she was known as Caitlin Clark's enforcer, right? The one that's got her back. At times, it feels like the only one that's got her back, if I'm being quiet.
It was just supposed to be a girl talking about sandwiches. But something about Sophie's delivery, her authenticity, her complete lack of trying too hard struck a nerve with viewers who'd been drowning in a sea of manufactured content for years. The phrase, "hot girls eat Arby's," started floating around the internet, gaining momentum like a snowball rolling downhill, and Arby's themselves had apparently been using this exact phrase since 2023. The universe was aligning for something special, and Sophie was about to become its chosen vessel. Then came the moment that would define everything. Sophie walked into the Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever game wearing that simple Arby's t-shirt, and you could practically feel the shift in the atmosphere. This wasn't
about Arby's. She is now on the Arby's payroll. Decided that it was a match made in roast beef heaven. Hot girls eat Arby's. No knock on Arby's, Sophie, but if you give Arby's 9 out of 10, I'll take you to Racks. I'll buy you some Racks, and I think you will find that hot girls probably eat Racks. Arby's has a new spokeswoman, and it just so happens to be Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, that's right. Sophie Cunningham, who took to her social media to discuss how much she enjoyed a trip that she made to Arby.
a carefully orchestrated brand moment. This wasn't a paid sponsorship reveal disguised as personality. This was just Sophie being herself, completely unaware that she was about to hijack the entire WNBA news cycle with nothing but cotton and confidence. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Fans lost their minds, not because of some manufactured beef or carefully choreographed drama, but because they were witnessing something they'd forgotten existed in professional sports. Genuine,
Cunningham has broken the internet in multiple ways over the last day. All right, the other day before the Chicago Sky game, this Barbie, and let's be real, let's be honest. If you were going to cast somebody as Barbie, there's a good chance you'd take a long, hard look at Sophie.
Filtered authenticity. Here was a player who wasn't performing for the cameras, wasn't calculating every move for maximum viral potential, wasn't drowning herself in layers of PR polish until her actual personality disappeared completely. While Sophie was becoming an overnight sensation, you could almost hear the gears grinding in Angel Reese's camp. Here was someone who'd built her entire public persona.
Wild concept.
Let's get it! Burn! Lack of awareness combined with a lack of ability to jump. Not great! Burn!
Me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow.
Yeah! Again! Do it for me. Me bound! Burn!
On being the show, the center of attention, the one everyone was talking about. She'd mastered the art of manufactured controversy, perfected the Instagram shade game, and positioned herself as the face of a new generation of WNBA stars. But suddenly, all that carefully constructed drama felt hollow compared to Sophie's effortless magnetism. The numbers started rolling in, and they painted a picture that had to be absolutely crushing for anyone who'd been playing the traditional game. Sophie's social media following exploded overnight, jumping from a respectable few 100,000 to nearly 1 million in what felt like minutes. Her merchandise started flying off virtual shelves faster than the WNBA's marketing team could process orders. Meanwhile, other players watched their own carefully curated brand struggle to...
I don't know if you guys knew, she had like 300 or something less than 48 hours ago. Insane. The enforcer has arrived. And she even posted like twice since then, bro. She's totally taken it to a whole new level. Like, Caitlin Clark has a new star. This is like a new star in the WNBA. People ain't gonna like it. People aren't gonna like it. Trace Leches, you know what I'm saying? Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexi Hull, which, by the way, kind of was obsessed with her before she even came along.
Generate even a fraction of that organic excitement. But here's what makes this story even more fascinating. This wasn't actually luck or a happy accident. Sophie had been playing a completely different game all along, and most people just hadn't recognized the strategy until it was too late. While half the league was busy
Jersey has officially sold out on the Fever website. And this comes the same week as the chippy foul that led to some ejections at the end of the game. It was a bit of a revenge foul taken up for Caitlin Clark after a hard foul on the other end. And then immediately a petition online from the Caitlin Clark haters to have Sophie Cunningham removed from the WNBA. We're trying to get folks to sign it. They said what she displayed tonight was disgusting. Yeah, it was a hard foul, but now it has the Caitlin Clark fans rallying around her, buying up her jerseys to the point they've officially sold out. Fortunately for this petition, I think they just turned Sophie Cunningham into a new WNBA.
TikTok dances and firing off passive-aggressive tweets designed to generate clicks and controversy. Sophie was building something much more valuable, a genuine connection with fans who were starving for something real. The WNBA has been struggling with an identity crisis for years. The league desperately wants mainstream attention, but it keeps chasing that attention through all the wrong channels. Drama, feuds, manufactured rivalries, social media stunts that feel more like desperate attempts at relevance than authentic expressions of personality. The scoreboard has...
Tough. So when Caitlin Clark last week, or not last week, a couple days ago, when Caitlin Clark got destroyed, her girl Sophie came to her defense, and this was the most beast mode thing that I've seen a woman do in WNBA history. Now, Sophie, who's my one of my favorites now, she's become one of my favorite WNBA players. I'm gonna watch her too, like I watch Caitlin. Look at what she did. And this, and people may not say that this was in response or whatever the case may be, but I feel like Sophie is like
started to feel secondary to the soap opera, and fans have been getting tired of the noise. Sophie represents everything the league claims it wants, but seems afraid to actually embrace. She's talented on the court, magnetic off it, and completely comfortable in her own skin without needing to tear anyone else down to build herself up. She's not chasing viral moments because she is the viral moment naturally and effortlessly. She's proving that fans will flock to authenticity faster than they'll follow manufactured drama. And that's a lesson some players are learning the hard way. The Arby's partnership that followed was pure genius, but not in the way most people think.
To the arena yesterday, wearing that, there she is right there. Let's just bring this up. Over at Tater Report, there she is right there. Hot girls eat Arby's. I can only imagine, and I have no idea. I would assume this is some kind of sponsorship with Arby's, right? Right there. I don't know. The roast beef sandwich jokes just sort of write themselves at this point. And just like that, I want a cheddar melt.
This wasn't a calculated corporate move orchestrated by marketing executives in boardrooms. This was a brand recognizing lightning in a bottle and smart enough to get out of its own way. Arby's didn't try to change Sophie or polish her edges or turn her into their perfect spokesperson. They just let her be herself, and the result was marketing magic that money can't buy. Compare that to the traditional approach most WNBA players have been taking. Carefully managed social media presence, PR-approved statements, brand partnerships that feel forced and inauthentic, drama that's clearly manufactured to generate.
Keep doing your part. Everyone else, go rebound her misses! Burn! If she keeps missing layups at this rate, she's gonna be serving buttermilk pancakes at Denny's. Butter? Did somebody say butter? Butter pecan! Burn! At a certain point, you just got to applaud greatness. A me-bound on her back? Are you kidding? Bang! Simon says, give me another pray-up. How about it? Bang! She really hit under the basket on a layup. Get this girl GPS. Bang! Everybody get up on your feet. It's time to meet and greet the most underpaid
Headlines. It's exhausting to watch and even more exhausting to participate in, and fans have been voting with their wallets and their attention spans. They're choosing Sophie's natural charisma over everyone else's performance art. The ripple effects are becoming impossible to ignore. Sophie's jersey sales are breaking records. Her social media engagement rates are crushing players with much larger followings. Most importantly, she's bringing in new fans who feel like they're connecting with a real person rather than a brand masquerading as an athlete. These aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet.
And you are good at basketball, you're pretty, and you got grit. Those three things make you bad to the bone. And I think this is one of it's new trends that's going on in the WNBA, in my personal opinion, is that not only will you be good at basketball, but you also, some of these women will look like women, right? And used to look like dudes. But now they look like beautiful women that are playing basketball. And one thing I like about Sophie is that she's tough.
Present a fundamental shift in what audiences want from their sports stars. Angel Reese has to be watching all of this unfold with a mixture of confusion and frustration. She did everything the traditional playbook told her to do. She created controversy, generated headlines, positioned herself as a polarizing figure who demanded attention. She built a brand around being unbothered, while clearly being very bothered, crafted an image around confidence that sometimes felt more like compensation. And yet, here comes Sophie, doing none of those things and somehow capturing the spotlight more effectively than all the manufactured drama combined. The comparison is brutal because it's so clear. Sophie's rise feels organic, natural, inevitable. Angel's brand increasingly feels forced, calculated, desperate for the kind of effortless connection Sophie generates without even trying. When fans buy Sophie's merchandise, it feels like they're supporting someone they genuinely like and want to see succeed. When other players
and decided that it was a match made in roast beef heaven.
Like, not bad.
They weren't dissuaded, obviously, by the little shade that she threw at them there between enjoying her yummy sandwich, saying that she went away, she doesn't have it often for obvious reasons. Well, what are those obvious reasons, Sophie? Anyway, she is now on the Arby's payroll.
try to capitalize on controversy. It feels like they're asking fans to pay for the privilege of watching them perform their personalities rather than be themselves. This extends far beyond just these two players. Sophie has become a case study in authentic personal branding that every athlete should be studying carefully. She proves that you don't need constant drama to stay relevant. Don't need manufactured beef to generate interest. Don't need to sacrifice your genuine personality for viral moments that disappear as quickly as they arrive. She's building something sustainable, while others are chasing trends that burn out faster than they ignite. The WNBA establishment doesn't quite know what to do with Sophie's success because it challenges everything they thought they knew about marketing female athletes. The league has spent years trying to force narratives, manufacture storylines, and create stars through traditional...
The teammate of the year, or at least the Caitlin Clark she is, after Caitlin Clark was pushed to the ground and poked in the eye in the first half of a game against the Phoenix Mercury, she actually late in the game assaulted one of the Phoenix Mercury players in retaliation. And fans loved it. They ate it up because look at this. If you look closely, her following on TikTok went from over 300,000, which was great, to almost well over 800,000, probably at 1 million.
Promotional methods. Then along comes someone who becomes a star simply by being herself. And suddenly all those expensive marketing campaigns look like elaborate solutions to problems that didn't actually exist. What's particularly devastating for players who've built their brands on manufactured drama is that Sophie's approach is proving more effective in every measurable way. She's selling more merchandise, generating more genuine fan engagement, creating more lasting cultural impact, and doing it all while seeming completely unbothered by the competition. She's not trying to tear anyone down or position herself against other players. She's just being Sophie, and that's apparently more than enough. The 800,000 shirts aren't just merchandise sales. They're votes of confidence from fans who finally found someone worth supporting. Every purchase represents...
He's gonna sell out tonight. The people have been waiting for this. If the refs are not gonna do their job, the players are gonna have to be the enforcers themselves. This game was chippy from the beginning, and the refs did not do their...
Someone choosing authenticity over performance, substance over style, genuine personality over manufactured drama. And for players who've been desperately trying to manufacture that same connection through controversy and conflict, watching Sophie effortlessly achieve what they've been failing to create has to feel like watching magic happen while holding a broken wand. This is bigger than basketball, bigger than the WNBA, bigger than any individual player's success or failure. Sophie Cunningham just demonstrated that in an age of infinite content and manufactured personalities, the rarest and most valuable thing an athlete can offer is simply being real. And while some players scramble to figure out how to compete with that, Sophie keeps selling shirts, breaking records, and proving that sometimes the most powerful strategy is to stop trying so hard to be strategic. The fans have picked their side, and it's a side that doesn't feel like they're being sold to, manipulated, or performed for. They're choosing the side that feels like home.